Hello and welcome to LaUScha podcast. Yes, it's in English today. We get an international podcast. On my side, there's the fabulous, wonderful Schiraki. Hi, Schiraki.
Hi, Jens.
And we have a special guest, and this is why we talk in English today. We have here as our guest the Italian game maker Simone. Hi, Simone.
Hi, good to be here. Thank you.
People who follow our content will be a bit tired of me repeating that Unglorious is one of the best games I've seen for years, because I always tell them. But before we talk about your games, let's talk a bit about you. Simone, tell our listeners something about how did you become a role player? What are the games you play, and why did you have the weird idea of doing this professionally?
Okay. First of all, nice to meet you, everyone, and thank you, Jens. And I don't remember the spelling of the name. Schiraki. Thank you so much. And well, it all started about 20 years ago, 50 years ago, as a role-playing gamer with Dungeons and Dragons 3.5. I was like a middle school kid, how we say it. And I started to play with my friend for the first time, again, Dungeons and Dragons. And I don't play it so much at role-playing game because I started often to write mine. So I was like playing Dungeons and Dragons, Vampire the Masquerade, Cyberpunk, so the classic ones. Yeah. And but after 2 years, I start write my own with my friend, just to play in our rooms, in our houses, not with the purpose to publish. And well, the things are easy. When I start working and I start to make some little money, I start to put some money away just to publish one of our first role-playing game that was Nameless Land, a post-apocalyptic one inspired by Fallout and Mad Max, so the classic post-apocalyptic. And my only purpose is just to see my work published. I don't want to make money. I just want to make enough money to cover the expense of a publishing process. So that's all. And fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on the point of view, things are going good. So Nameless Land was make his little success here in Italy. And after that, I published another 14 manuals just about Nameless Land. So for like 6 years, I think, I have just one game. Mm-hmm. And then from 2018 and on, I started to publish something else because, well, it become, without my knowledge, it became a work. So after 5 years, I was like, oh, I continue to writing, I continue to make progress. So maybe it's time to change the things in a work. Because when I was younger, I worked in a factory, in a leather factory, for about 8 to 9 hours per day. And when I come back home, I started writing on my computer. So my life was a little bit stressful. Still, but there's another story. And after during the COVID, I was like at home from work, and I was like, well, let's do an all-in. And because if I don't take this chance right now, maybe I regret for the rest of my life. So from 2021, I start to do this from work. And Unglorious is the first role-playing game that I write during my very work like a role-playing game publisher.
Okay. Did the first game also have its own rules? Did you make rules with it, or was it just a world you designed?
Sorry. No. Each one of my games has their own rules. So none of them has just a setting, but all the rules are unique for each of my role-playing games.
I think that makes you quite special in the Italian role-playing game world. Most I've seen from Italy is 5e settings. Is this also your view on the Italian role-playing scene, or did I miss something?
No, you're right. You're right. Basically, the most successful RPG in the last 4 years, I think, 5 years, they're based on 5e. That I have nothing in contrary with, but nothing. I don't want to. Well, I'm not a huge fan of Dungeons and Dragons. I used to when I was younger, but now it's just marketing and it's just vomiting game with the same rules and the same. So each time I see another game with 5e, maybe with a great idea of setting, and I see the little logo 5e, I was like. God, no. Please stop. And yeah, that's my almost my point of view.
Schiraki, I want to incorporate you to this chat. Maybe you have some questions about the artworks, the kind of look and feel of Simone's games.
Yes. I've looked through your games and they are all very different in look and feel. I mean, Unglorious and Sweet Cherry Pie versus Evil, they are a bit different.
A little bit.
Do you have a vision what you are looking for, and how do you get your artists for your games?
My artists, first of all, are all my friends. So they are, of course, working, not just do me a favor, but just for saying that I all met during the conventions. So I know them from a long time. So our minds are combined when it's when I come with idea. I speak first of all with the artist. For example, for Unglorious, my idea was like doing something more Tim Burtonish style.
Yes.
So the crooked buildings and crooked characters, of course. And for example, the ectoglue, the yellow stuff that cover all the world, the idea come from the artist, is not from my side. I don't remember quite well, but my artists do. Simone, we have to make something that keep the world together, or something that you can see, you can spot in each illustrator, just to make something unique that merge the world, literally in this case, merge the world of Unglorious. So just this is just an example in which I work. So my illustrator doesn't work for me; they work with me. So we create the world together visually, and also the writing part, let's say.
Great. That's really great. And the Tim Burton-esque, I felt very much when I was looking through the book.
What do you think is the guideline through all of your games? What they are really different. So you have really different games in your portfolio. But is there something, an idea that is going through all of your games, and something you have in mind to make it an ACES game?
Well, actually, they look very different because they are very different, because the process that lead me to the creation of each product is very different. Sometimes I come up with idea while I see a movie, or while I read a book, or while Also, well, during Sweet Cherry Pie versus Evil, I was baking, for example, and so the process is very different. But the one thing that I try to do is not to create a system and then create the game. I create the setting and then the rules that merge to the setting. So this is my only, how can I say, my only point, the real point when I make a role-playing game. But for all of the other aspects, they come in very different ways and in very different manners.
I think this could also be a tip for people that want to create new games. I'm absolutely at your side that games have to follow the story and not the story follow the rules. So if you out there want to make a game, first think of the story you want to tell, and in the very end, think about what rules do I absolutely need to tell the story. And after you've made the rules, just throw out 50% of them, because I'm sure you don't need them. What I see as a connection between your games is a very special kind of humor that I see. If you tell people, well, I make a game about undead people having unfinished work to do, then many people would resume at a quite dark and sinister game. But in all of your games, I have to laugh a lot when I read them. How are your personal rounds of role playing? Is it really deep character play with deep psychological issues, or is it more some kind of beer and pretzel fun?
I would say the second one. And
Yeah.
And at this point, I just want to spend some words to our translators, because many of the jokes you read in Inglorious, there were jokes that work mostly in Italian, because they are game words that work with somewhat, and so the translator make a very good job try to translate all the crazy stuff I put in. So,
which opens up a question. Are you already talking to people in Germany about doing a German version of your games?
Well, actually, it's one of my goals for these years, but also for the last one. Glorious actually is going to translate in German. I don't remember how to speak the name because it's a long name. So it's Ivy. I just remember the name of the girl that owned but also it's also the name of the
company,
the publisher. So it's Ivy Geek World, I think.
I know her,
and a publisher, and so she has the right to translate. Glorious, cool. And I hope because I don't have the chance to get in the workflow. So I hope it will come this year and will be published this year in German.
Would be really great.
I really don't know, but I'm searching for other German publisher for all of my games.
That's great. That's great news. I think many people in Germany are really happy to see your games in German. I'm really excited about seeing how the humor travels. There's a word I know that humor doesn't like to cross boundaries, because especially if it's functioning in one language, it's really hard to do it in another language. But we will see. We will see. I'm really hopeful on that one.
Sorry.
Do you have plans for new games, or what are the next things you will do?
Well, I'm going to publish in English like in 2 months, I suppose. The very first game, the one I told you earlier, Nameless Land, in English. We do another version that mix a board game and role-playing game, and also we are working on the VHS of. For the one who doesn't know, VHS is another horror role-playing game, very horror stories. And we are working on the official Return of the Living Dead, the movie from the 80s VHS that go through crowdfunding the last year, and now we finish the works. And we are planning another crowdfunding for the very next month. But I don't go deeper in details. It's just I'm a little bit scaramantic. So for now, I just say is another project. But
yeah,
I have one question to the VHS games. Who came up with the idea of making them look like VHSs? Because it's just genius. I love it so much.
Thank you. It's my idea. Yeah.
It was a great idea. It's so cool.
There is a German company doing movie-themed role-playing games, and I thought they were great. And then I saw they are great in another way. But then I saw your VHS, and I think you've just gone the whole way.
Yes, you nailed it so much.
This is all in nailed, and and many of our community really like it. They see it and they say, "I don't know if I play it, but I have to have it."
Yes, just for displaying it in your cupboard. It's so, it looks so great.
Thank you so much.
Well, Simone, I'm really looking forward to see more of you. We had so much fun with Unglorious yesterday. Very much. We've done Flower for Ludmilla, your starter adventure, because we had to put it in one evening.
Of course.
And I'm hopefully we will see lots more for it. Are there any things you want to say to the German role players?
Well, I really hope you enjoy our games, of course, because for me, I was like the third time when we met each other in Spiele. And I always see a very large community of German players that they are very different from Italian ones.
Are they?
Yeah.
What is the difference?
Italian people are more bastards. No, just kidding. No, but yeah, some Italians are a little bit cunt when it comes to experiment new game, because they approach new game and they take a look at the game like, what is this? Explain to me.
Okay.
Perhaps maybe it's shit, but okay, just spend 2 hours. And German players, German role-playing gamers are more interested, genuinely interested in experiment new games. And here in Italy, unfortunately, Dungeons and Dragons is fucked up the mind, all very large group of players. So the thing I want to say to the German players is, go on.
Yeah, I think one cause for it is that really early in the 80s, when role-playing was invented, there was a big German game that was directly in parallel to D&D. So right from the beginning, there was more than one game. Like in Sweden, for example, where they also had these Draka et Dämona, and in Germany is Das Schwarze Auge. And
Can you repeat?
Das Schwarze Auge, the dark eye. the Dark Eye is it in English.
Okay.
And I think there was an Italian version.
Right.
There's a Spanish one, a French one. I think there was an Italian one.
It's low level. It's low magic D&D with very complicated rules.
Okay.
So it's very German.
Yeah, very, very German game. Yeah, many rules. Yeah.
Okay.
But what I want to say is that we are used to more than one game.
Okay.
There was not this early Italian production, as I know. There was just, for a few years, it was only D&D. And maybe this is the difference. We were used from the beginning in, there's more than one game to choose from. And so we are still quite open to new games. But maybe you were lucky because we have a big part of the German role-playing community that has this, my game is the real one.
Okay.
Don't you mess around with it. I know the rules. Yeah. But yeah, our community is quite open to new games. So guys out there listening to our podcast, I demand you to try the Aces games, all of them. Keep your eyes and your mind open. They are all brilliant with a very good taste of humor.
Thank you so much.
So that's it for now. Thank you, Simone, for joining us here in our podcast talk. And I wish you the best of luck for your upcoming games.
Thank you.
And have a nice day.
Thanks for your invite. And it's
Always.
really a pleasure to be here with you.
Always. Bye-bye.
Ciao.